We're going to be talking about doubling and halving, using strategies to double or half a number. What are they? Double is multiplying by 2 and half is dividing by 2. Why? Strategies to help solve math problems faster. Interesting fact, some octopuses lay 56,000 eggs at one time. Vocabulary, double, to have two of the same of something, or to multiply by 2. Half, one of two equal parts, or to divide by 2. An array, an arrangement of objects in rows which are left and right, and columns which are up and down. Now to remember, columns has the vowels O and U. So does up and down. So if you can remember up and down and columns have the same vowels, you can easily remember which one's which. Let's talk about it. Step 1, decide if double and a half is best. Sometimes it's not, and we'll discuss that in the future in a short while. Step 2, decide which side to double/half. And step 3, double or half until an easy number. Let's do this first example. We're gonna double the left side and half the right side. So we're gonna get 10 and 13. So multiply those two numbers together, and we get 130. Next example, we get 28 and 50. So we're going to go ahead and double the right side and half the left side. Why are we doing that? Because 100 is an easy number, and so is 10. So we get 14 and 100, so which gives me 1400 or 1400. Now, does it always work? Yes. Is it always the best decision? No. Okay, let's take a look at this example and figure out why. So if we're going to go ahead and half the left side and double the right, we get 4.5 and 56. So right there we have a decimal, which is not an easy number to do with multiplication. So that's not a good result. So let's go ahead and do the same example, but flip it or switch sides. So we're going to double and half the other side. So we should get 18 and 14. We still don't have an easy number, so let's go ahead and do it again. So we should get 36 and 7. So none of those are really easy numbers. So have you figured out why? So the reason, neither number has an easy number factor. So neither 9 nor 28 have an easy number factors. Now, what are they? What are easy number factors? It depends. Some of you may think 11 and 7 are easy factors, but for everyone, for the majority of the cases, 5, 10, 25, 50 are the easy number factors. So those will be easy to double in half. Now, when should you double in half? When one number has a factor of the numbers above. Okay, so let's take why it works. Here we have a couple of arrays that are happening. So right here, why does it work arrays? Well, here we have one. Let's see, we have 2 rows and 5 columns. And how many circles do we have? So if we multiply those two numbers, 2 times 5, we get 10 circles. Next thing is we're going to rearrange it. So all I did was move the yellow up to the same row. So if you look at the 2 and 5, so if I half 2 and double 5, I will get 1 and 10, which is how many rows and columns we have. So let's see how many circles we have. We still have 10. 1 times 10 is 10 circles. So all I did when we're doubling and halving is to rearrange the rows and columns. So we're still getting the same number. Now let's do it again. But we're going to do a different array. So this one, we have 4 rows and 3 columns. So how many circles do we have? 4 times 3 gives me 12. So let's go ahead and rearrange it. So how many rows and columns should we have? Let's see. Well, we already have it on the screen, but if we half 4 and double 6, we should get 2 rows and 6 columns. Okay? So How many circles do we have? The same amount, 2 times 6, which is 12. Now, let's take a look at this. See if you have the strategies understood. Which of the following is not the easiest to double or half? So if you want to pause to see if you can figure it out yourself, that's great. The answer is going to be the middle one. Now, why? Because neither number has an easy number factor. Now, if we take a look at the first example, 5 and 22, 5 is there, so it's okay. If you look at 8 times 25, 25 has a factor of 5, so they're both would be easy to double and half. Now, let's take a look at this example. So 25 has an easy number as a factor as a 5, or even just 25. So we're going to go ahead and double it. And we should get 50, and that means we're going to halve the 32, and we get 16. Now, this still isn't quite easy to double and half, so we're going to have to do it again. Okay, so we're going to get 108, and so that means my answer is going to be 800. Now, the next strategy is we're going to find the missing number that uses doubling and halving strategies. So take a look at this first example. So we have 15 times 8 equals 30 times something. So we're going to underline the ones that have both numbers, 15 and 8, because that's the numbers that we're going to use. So then we're going to try and figure out how do we get 30 by using 15 or 8. So this would be good to know your multiples. So 30 is a multiple of 15, so that's what we're going to do. So we're going to go to 15 times 2 is 30. So that 2 is highlighted for a reason. So that means just the number, that is the number we are going to use for the other number. Since we multiplied by 2, we're going to have to divide 8 by 2 because we already doubled 15. So that means we have to half the other number, and we get 4. So that means my answer is 4. Now let's take a look. We're going to underline the right side because there's both numbers. So in this particular case, we're going to multiply 12 by 2 just to double it. It doesn't work. Let's multiply by 4 this time. So we do, and we get 48. So that means since we multiplied by 4 to get to the other number, that means we have to divide the other number by 4, and we get 3. So my answer is 3. So one more example, 65 and 12. So we're going to underline that one because that's the numbers we're going to be using. So we did 12 divided by 2 gives me 6. So that means if we half the 12, it means we're going to what? Double the 65, which gives me 130. So that means my answer is 130. Okay, now it is your turn. I'm going to give you a few seconds to go ahead and pause the video so that you can take your time to go ahead and answer these questions. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, here are the answers. Now, it's for example 4. The left one, as it says, 5 can be multiplied to 10, which is an easy number. And then 20 can be divided to 10, which is also an easy number. So that's why the middle one is the answer for example 4. You got them correct. Great job. If you did not, there's always tomorrow.